Hey guys, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel. My name is DeLady, and today I would like to talk with you guys about Planet Coaster 2 and something I've been trying to ignore and avoid speaking about for a long time. Planet Zoo 2. But before we start, please do be sure to leave a like on this video if you enjoy these type of videos and subscribe, of course, to not miss out on any other information about Planet Coaster 2 and Planet Zoo. Now, in case you missed it, we uploaded a very long video about Planet Coaster 2, the announcement trailer, all the information that I received during a first look demo, along with some things like exclusive screenshots and, of course, my personal opinion about Planet Coaster 2 so far from what we've seen. So if you haven't watched that video yet, I highly recommend you to do so if you find the time. But in this video, I quickly wanted to add some new or additional information that I've received about the game. The first thing I would like to talk to you guys about is weather. As I said in my earlier video, I didn't see anything in the demo that would have pointed towards weather. However, it turns out there was a little icon there in the demo that also seems to be in the Planet Zoo Console Edition, which would give you the option to change the weather. So additionally, on the official Planet Coaster website, they now confirm that there will be rain in the game. So let me just quote from their website. New management features allow you to keep your guests thrilled, oversee everything from ride maintenance to park cleanliness, ensuring guest safety and maximizing delight. Heat maps visually highlight issues within your parks, focus on fixing, maintaining and replacing old rides whilst ensuring your guests experience the best comfort in the sun with sunscreen and shade, and in the rain with wide open umbrellas. So that is definitely great to hear. They actually do confirm umbrellas here. We can at least now confirm that there will be rain in the game. Now, unfortunately, this doesn't say anything at this point about seasons or snow, for example, but who knows? That might still be a thing later on in the game. Time will tell. I'm definitely very excited to hear that there will at least be rain, and I do hope it will be more than just your guests buying umbrellas as a way of earning money, of course. So like, for example, it would be great if like fewer guests will go on certain rides or slides or swimming in pools when it rains, or that rides might break down faster, or maybe some rides need to close down to ensure the safety of the guest. I think these could be very good examples of giving the game extra challenge and realism for the players. But how do you guys feel about this? What are your thoughts about this rain and the umbrellas part? Do let me know in the comments down below. What are you expecting when reading this part of the website? Now, something else I also wanted to mention is that on the official Planet Coaster website, they also say something about a new first-person point of view. So let me quote, friendship fuels the fun. Build with other players, one park manager at a time. Share your park with the world. Explore other people's creations. Compete with friends in franchise mode, or just browse the incredible creations in our vibrant Frontier workshop. Build with friends in both Sandbox and franchise mode, and experience walking around in our new first-person point of view. You'll feel like you're truly there. I'm actually super excited to find out what this first-person mode view will look like and how it will work. I mean, we already had some sort of first-person mode in Planet Coaster 1 and also in Planet Zoo. So if I had to think of something they could have done in Planet Coaster 2 to make it feel different from what we already have, like, I could imagine them adding a way to actually interact with rides, for example. Now, this wasn't really possible in Planet Coaster 1 because you always had to go out of the camera mode to click the ride and then enter the camera view. But wouldn't it be awesome if you could now also just jump into the pool or go on the slide or ride another coaster? I'm obviously just speculating here, but I wouldn't be surprised if that would be a thing now, making it feel like you are truly there, as they state on their website. Like, I'm definitely very curious to find out more about this new first-person camera mode. Who is with me here? So the last thing I want to mention about Planet Coaster 2 is that Frontier announced they will be showing a first look at the gameplay of Planet Coaster 2 during their Frontier Unlocked live stream event on Wednesday, July 31st. Something inside me does wonder if this will be like the same first look event that a few of us content creators already had at the beginning of this month, or that this will be something new. Like, obviously it would be great for everyone to see the same thing that we saw. However, I do hope that Frontier will review that footage again, because if you've seen my videos and listened to me and also Silverat in one of my videos, you may have heard by now that the quality of the demo itself wasn't really that good. Sometimes we were looking at things like colored rocks, like the corals, with like very pre-rendered textures and all. So yeah, I hope Frontier will improve that for the demo to ensure that the in-game quality is better and more up-to-date, if that is at least what they are going to show during that Frontier Unlocked live stream. Anyways, other than that, I'm obviously super excited to see what they have in store for us during that live stream, and if there will be new information, I will definitely keep you guys posted if there is any more news to share about the game. So definitely be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on all your notifications to not miss out on any news about Planet Coaster 2. And obviously, do let me know in the comments down below if you are excited for Planet Coaster 2, and what are you looking forward to the most? Definitely let me know down below. So now that we have spoken about Planet Coaster 2, we need to talk about Planet Zoo 2. This is something I have been avoiding for a long time, because I obviously don't want to see the development of Planet Zoo 1 end yet, and I am just so not ready yet for Planet Zoo 2, but I do have to admit, now that we know for over half a year that Frontier is working on 3 CMS games, one of which I already predicted to be Planet Coaster 2, and the second one I predicted to be Jurassic World Evolution 3, which was later also confirmed by Frontier that they are working on Jurassic World Evolution 3. We're left with one more CMS game that Frontier confirmed that they are working on. So Planet Coaster 2 is planned for this financial year, so fall of 2024, and Jurassic World Evolution 3 is planned for the next financial year, so we'll probably launch in, say, fall of 2025. So their third CMS game is planned for the following financial year, which is most likely going to be in fall of 2026. So a few months ago, I made a video with tons of research into what other games Frontier could be working on, and in that video I mentioned finding evidence of something like Planet Water Parks, which now makes more sense, because if you search for planetwaterpark.com, for example, which we spoke about during that video, you are now redirected to planetcoaster.com. What are the odds? I remember there were a bunch of people really hating on my speculation videos, but I've always said my speculation videos are based on at least some evidence that I could find, and it's not just made up stuff, speculation. So if it is purely speculation, so like completely made of my mind, my brain, whatsoever, I clearly mentioned this in my video and to advise to take it with a grain of salt, but I'm simply not the type of person to make these kind of made up videos super often, because they aren't pretty much based on anything. The only videos that I created being like purely speculative are things like what kind of pack we could be expecting next for Planet Zoo, or something about my wishes of what I like to see for Planet Zoo, because obviously for any new Planet Zoo pack we pretty much did not have any evidence of what it could be, just like there's no evidence right now of what the next probably animal pack is going to be. So yeah, I'm just not really a person to create these made up speculation videos. So yeah, just to make that very clear. So for those of you who call my speculation videos about Planet Coaster 2, Planet Water Parks, and all the other CMS games Frontier might be working on, bullshit. Sorry, not sorry, but so far I've been on the very right track with my videos and the research I have done over these past few months. And I want to take a moment here to thank everyone who has enjoyed my videos so far and appreciated all the research I did before making these type of videos. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you're interested in watching any of these videos still, because there's still obviously more to talk about, other titles as well, then I will definitely make sure to link them in the description of this video. But now, let's talk about the big elephant in the room, Planet Zoo 2. So as I just said, we know Frontier is working on 3 CMS games, 2 of which we know now are Planet Coaster 2 and Jurassic World Evolution 3. We also know that we received a survey in March of 2024, so a few months after their layoffs and their plans to change their strategy of focusing more on creative management simulation games, asking us tons of questions about Planet Coaster, Planet Zoo, and Jurassic World Evolution. This survey already made me really feel like Frontier's new CMS game approach is focusing on these type of games or these IPs that they are owning, and they are trying to gather as much information as possible to move forward with their new company strategy in the development of these titles. Now, as I just said, there are a few other titles that could be on the table here, as I also mentioned in my research video. But I feel like, especially now that we know Planet Coaster 2 is focusing on water parks, Planet Zoo 2 might be heading in a similar direction. A day after I saw the announcement trailer for Planet Coaster 2, the thought just hits me, like, you guys who have been following me for the past few years with Planet Zoo know how much I love aquatic animals in the game, but also know how much I have been craving more of these animals and full aquatic animals, as well as how annoyed I am about the lack of semi-aquatic animals in Planet Zoo, especially over the past few packs, more than a year from now, I think. You guys know where I'm going to this probably. Water parks in Planet Coaster 2, aquariums in Planet Zoo 2. I mean, to me, it all feels so much more clear now. Like, obviously, as I mentioned in one of my videos about talking about a Planet Aquarium and why I'm not really excited about a Planet Aquarium, I'm not really waiting for a Planet Aquarium game that only focuses on building aquariums and underwater viewings over and over again. But if Planet Zoo 2 has the same kind of concept as Planet Coaster 2, then aquariums could be like this big feature in Planet Zoo 2 without it being an aquarium game by itself, which obviously makes me a lot more exciting. So even though I always really hated thinking about Planet Zoo 2 already, after seeing the fantastic trailer for Planet Coaster 2 with water parks, I honestly can't deny that the idea of getting Planet Zoo 2 with aquariums, or at least full aquatic animals, is making me so excited. It makes total sense. The more I think about it, that they didn't focus much on semi-aquatic animals for the past year or more in Planet Zoo, because they're designing and saving most of these type of animals for Planet Zoo 2. I mean, it really sounds super logical, doesn't it? And also, I obviously do very much hope that next to full aquatic animals, they will finally also add actual flying birds and aviaries to the game. I mean, it's also something we have been craving for so long in Planet Zoo, and after 5 years of development, I'm just not going to see it happening for this game. And I think by now, even though some people still don't want to hear this, I'm so sorry, we really need to face the fact that development of new packs for Planet Zoo is soon about to end. And even though I always wanted to avoid the thought of Planet Zoo 2, I think I just can't deny it much longer. At this point, I feel that Planet Zoo 2 is the third game that Frontier Developments is working on, and I believe it will be their third CMS game planned to launch probably in fall of 2026. I mean, the idea that they are planning a Planet Zoo 2 at some point, I could never deny. But I always felt like, okay, let this be in 5 or 10 years from now, just like with Planet Coaster 1 and Planet Coaster 2, which also took them like a few years. But now they've officially announced 3 CMS games. And if you already know and plan a Planet Zoo 2 at some point and you announce 3 CMS games and not 4, what else could that third CMS game be other than Planet Zoo 2? You see what I mean? Like if there was another CMS game on the table, I think they would have said they would be planning 4 CMS games with 3 of them launching in the next 3 years and the other launching later or something like that. Doesn't that feel more logical to you guys if Planet Zoo 2 is being planned but for a few years later? I don't know. So yeah, okay. I know that some of you, including me, we'll need some time to let this thought like sink in, because I'm not the only one who feels like fall 2026 might be a little bit too soon for a sequel to Planet Zoo, and we really don't want to see development for the first game end, but I'm afraid it's really going to happen now. But I also can't deny, like, the idea of Planet Zoo 2 focusing on full aquatic animals and finally maybe even aviaries with flying birds does make me a bit more excited. Although it also feels like these features should have been in the current Planet Zoo game. But maybe, just maybe, they were technically just not able to pull it off for the first game. Or just like with Planet Coaster 2, there will be many improvements in mechanics, performance, and pathing, something highly requested by the community for both Planet Coaster and Planet Zoo. Maybe this is why they are saving these amazing animals and new features for Planet Zoo 2, or maybe it's just a marketing thing, and this is a reason why they are saving these animals to be able to sell Planet Zoo 2. I mean, in the end of the day, they are a company and they want to earn money, so it might be a bit of both, I guess. But yeah, I do feel like this is something I want to think about a little bit more and probably revisit these thoughts later in a video to ponder like what improvements could be made in Planet Zoo 2 compared to the current game, and to think about like what would make me more excited about a sequel to Planet Zoo rather than feeling it may be coming a little bit too soon. I honestly also would love to hear your thoughts about this as well. Like, what do you think about the idea of seeing Planet Zoo 2 in fall 2026? Will you be very excited for it? Or are you like, no, that's just way too soon? Or like, what improvements or additions would you like to see in a Planet Zoo 2? Does the idea of Planet Zoo 2 excite you in general, or does it disappoint you? I would definitely like to discuss this further with you guys in the comments down below, so definitely do share all your thoughts and opinions about the potential Planet Zoo 2 in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please do make sure to leave a like and subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. And yeah, I just really do hope to see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys!